Hey, it's the normal playing guy, and today's video is the Easy A for Evolved Vegeta Blue. Came out today, so yeah, let's get into it. Let's see what he does. So this is his pre-Easy A. When he first came out, it kind of hit and miss because he has damage reduction, but if he had this all built in as one just off the bat, it would have made him a little less dicey. But again, incredibly powerful. His ability to have a 50% chance to crit, and this was like the first time ever this came in. An additional super attack had 250, so that was a guaranteed crit. Had the first ever revive coming in, which is really nice. And it's pretty generous too, 50% or less. And then, yeah, it's pretty good. Now we see, well, there's quite a lot here. The passive has doubled. It's insane. It's nice to see that the leader skill has gone up by a full 10%, so it's rounding out to a full nice 180. Yes, there are 200% for both of these. In particular, I can't remember who in particular is better for this one, but more importantly, there's the Tech Goku and LR who is also better for this. That being said, this is a pretty solid lead. So previously we had 150%, now we're at 200%. That is good for 55% because his defense is rather respectable, and his attack is pretty solid. In fact, actually, pound for pound between this and the UI Goku, it's not a terrible amount. Oh, actually, sorry, Rainbow. It's not a terrible amount even here and even here. It's more or less the same. You might find well, no, actually, no. To be fair, it's pretty good. I'd imagine his defense is slightly better, and I think he's going to be set up that way just a little bit, which is nice. So we have 7 key and guards all attack. That's nice. By the way, I fully expect this to be very similar to the UI Goku. Like, for example, he has 7 key and guaranteed dodge. This guy's got 7 key and guaranteed guard for the turn, which is really nice. This tries to ensure that you cannot get killed by this guy on turn 1. So they try and cover up some weaknesses. You launch an additional attack, 77% chance to super. Okay, sweet. What is your super attack? Your super attack now greatly raises defense on his 12 key. Wow, that's insane. This is the same. So it looks like this particular. So they are actually going to be copies of each other, but one's going to be offensive and then defensive. And then greatly raise attack. And this is attack as well as defense. So that's nice. And again, this is the same. So this guy gets defense. Goku got attack, but he didn't need defense in his passive. Well, his super attack. Reduce damage by 50% flat out. That's good. And then 10% damage reduction up to 30 with each attack received or evaded. So what, are we going to go for dodge? Oh, do you know what? That may just be, that's something. Because he's in, so he's going to have 5 dodge, period. 50% damage reduction. That's actually no joke, because he's going to have, well, it's an increase of stats, unlikely a 200% team, with guard and a 50% damage reduction from even super attacks, by the way. That's good. I wouldn't say he's truly a slot. I mean, maybe. He's a slot 1 unit if the first hit is not a super attack, even if the first couple, then he's guaranteed to be a slot 1. But like, if the first one is, it's one of them. I mean, it would take literally the hardest fights in the game to crush you. It would take Sin, it would take Broly, it would take Cell Max to take you off this grid. Okay, so you can build that up, and it's nice how it's dodge as well. So that would imply you have something. So key 3 up to 10, additional stats 30 up to 120 with each attack performed. I feel like that's a little cheap because that's 4 turns, whereas UI Goku goes to 150. And while defensively, pound for pound, he's going to have more, I feel like it's a bit cheap that you actually shortchanged him by one attack performed. Who cares? So this, though, is easy to get. Fair enough. Let's see. Additional 77% attack. Guaranteed crit. when you do active skill or key is 24. That's exactly the same as UI Goku. Revive with 77 HP when you're KO'd, right, or the ally is KO'd, starting from the next attacking turn for when you receive 5 attacks of battle. Now, interesting. So there's no HP. Did he have a HP threshold? 7 attacks. So if this particular unit now receives 5 attacks, yes. Yeah, so this unit has to now receive 5 attacks, not 7. And then the next turn, if you get taken out, you could even be at full health and you'd still come back with 77 HP. It works out a little differently. So you kind of got to make sure this unit takes the blows and then it's the next turn. So if you can time it where this guy takes all the absorption, because he could virtually tank it, and then the next rotation you get taken out with a super attack. That's fine. When you do revive, 7 key, 77% to stats. That's really nice. That is exactly the same, by the way. And guards all attacks for the next turn. So where UI Goku has guaranteed dodge for the next turn, this guy keeps his guard for the next turn. It's a shame he loses his guard. Because it's not as if... Because, for example, this guards all attacks for the first turn with damage reduction. That builds up turn on turn. Yeah, his guard's going to look real sexy at this point. But when he loses that guard, it's not as if this keeps. I mean, there is this, which helps build up. So that's something. If you can get these additionals, and this is, by the way, this is normals that would help, then you'd actually get somewhere. Because you got to compensate for the lack of guard. Guard essentially is damage reduction. So you kind of got to build up something. So he might take a couple of rotations, depending on how lucky you get, because I don't think he's got additionals built in. Oh, he does. He has 1 additional. It's a guaranteed normal, but it has a 77% chance to super. That is a difference, by the way. The 7% will be a massive difference. You do get greatly raised defense. He's good. He's like he's just on the threshold. He's so close to being comfortably put in slot 1. Think about still one of the best LR units in the game. Blue Vegeta, Super Saiyan Trunks, Future Saga. The guaranteed guard, the extra stats at the start, and the fact they build, they're a comfortable slot 1 unit. They can go in Cell Max, and Cell Max can take anybody out. But Cell Max, they take under 300k, even at 55% on a super attack. And this guy, I feel like, would take under 500k. But this could be, like, you could have that, then you could have this, and I feel like suddenly they're going to be on the same par. But they're not going to be straight off the bat. I feel like they're almost as good as that unit. You're not quite comfortable, but you're not as bad as last time. Everything else seems really nice. All the stats seem pretty decent. And again, they're not too far off UI Goku. Previously, the UI Goku video, I had a similar counterpart, like the STR version, and they're a perfect domination rotation. But on this one, like these two are fantastic together, but I don't really have a rotation. The best one really could be this because of LR related, but really his best friend's going to be this guy because he's a more recent Easy A and can build his defense quicker than this guy. So again, while he might have more teams, this is the true linking partner. Only at this form, otherwise, yes, this guy would be better turn 1. That being said, his links, when it comes to like royal lineage, that is going to be the linking partner for a lot of these. In particular, the royal lineage and by extension prodigies will help out on stuff like All Out Struggle, Gifted Warriors, Vegeta Family, Bond of Master. all these where you can rock a worthy rivals as well, where you can rock a Vegeta or even his family. Because, well, oh yeah, here, actually, this would be good. Royal lineage, real good linking partner. Vegeta family, Bond, exactly. The teams I've literally just said, and for the very same links, this is it. These two, the fact that they're also super int is insane. You could actually superheroes. Who runs that? Gammas. The LR Gammas are int on superheroes. These two are also int on superheroes. I would think int on stage 3 of Battlefield is going to become quite nasty. Seriously. Because then, what? This guy? Superheroes. Oof, yeah. It's going to be mean. Okay, so serious people here, and there's a lot of decent easy A's like Transforming Vegeta. This guy from the Cell Saga, don't underestimate him. He is pretty respectable. His guaranteed crit and stun on his super attack is clutch in like extreme super battle mode, so no doubt will work. Again, royal lineage is absolutely key, and then again he is going to be the one. The fact that it helps out with tournament of power will be on the same lines as these, but yes, it's good all round. He is a solid unit. Um, who would I favour more? You'd think you'd favour UI Goku more because he has a 77% chance to dodge, and it builds up by 7% every dodge. It only takes a couple of dodges and he's invincible. This guy, so long that damage reduction with the building of his stats and his super. I mean, so long as he doesn't get hit with a super attack first, he could probably take some tight disadvantaged normals quite comfortably. And he's got a 200% team. So it's not as if, so like, I don't know. It's going to be, I'll actually leave it to trial. Let me do a video and test it out. I have both of these Rainbow Max links, you name it. I got the lot. So yeah, I can't really decide who I like, defensive or offensive. And I suppose 9 times out of 10 you may actually choose UI Goku in this particular matter because he's got the defensive cover with his dodge. He would obviously be trumps up on certain select events, but outside of that, I mean, it's not terrible, which is basically it. I guess it's down to preference, and I guess it's down to what particular situation you have. But anyway, yes, that's going to be it for this video. Nice and quick, nice and well, just nice and easy. Both will be out pretty soon. And yeah, let me know. This is a great unit. I like it. But otherwise, yes, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you the next time.